I wanted to begin with a very brief recap about the state of the luxury sector. I'm sure that all of you are as addicted to reading the annual Bain and Alta Gamma reports as we are at Women's Wear Daily. The latest one, which was published recently, told us that the luxury industry this year is going to be surpassing the €1 trillion mark this year for the first time, which is an amazing figure. And within that, the sector that we call personal luxury goods, which is fashion, accessories, watches and jewelry, and fragrance and cosmetics, is going to be more than €250 billion. So while these are very impressive figures, it's worth noting that there has been a slowdown in the personal luxury sector. It is now set to grow between 1% and 2% in 2015. As recently as spring, Bain was forecasting 2 to 4% growth. And so that is in large part due to what has been happening in China, but we've also seen a lot of currency fluctuations. We've seen a lot of geopolitical tensions. In fact, it seems like the luxury industry is facing a new crisis every day. But over the year as a whole, have you seen a dip in spending by Chinese customers? For example, has the average basket gone down? Have they spaced out their purchases?
The average basket is almost the same, but I can tell you that the new single day that has just finished, it was this 11/11, we have had more than double the results of the last one, and the global result of the last one was this one, more than €300,000 in revenue in 6 days. Not only combining Weibo and WeChat, but also doing posts like this and banners in selected partners, media partners that we starting meet during the Firenze Forever. So this is why I always want to stress the importance of this event, because maybe I can invite El Malaysia, which was the case last 6 months, and then I can start a good relationship that was already built but can be better if I meet you, if I show you what I'm doing, if I show you the reality, the shop we have in Florence, if you experiment Florence. And
so well, the point you raise is an interesting one, because you're saying that as an online retailer, you're able to generate a lot of revenue with minimal investment, either by social media posting or with having a special guest for your physical event at Firenze Forever. Obviously, that's not the case for big luxury brands like Louis Vuitton. And I know that Louis Vuitton has announced in recent days plans to scale back its presence in China in a quite significant manner. So what we've been seeing overall from the luxury brands is that after a period of quite frantic expansion in mainland China, a lot of them have decided to focus on their most profitable locations and on either expanding or otherwise upgrading those locations and closing the most unprofitable ones, mainly in tier 3 and 4 cities. This is leading to a concentration in the tier 1 and 2 cities, especially Shanghai and Beijing. But I think FANG has some really interesting numbers to share with us on what Louis Vuitton, for instance, is planning for the next few years in China.
Very quickly, I got numbers from China team. Just in China mainland, by 2040, we have 50 boutiques selling points. And by the end of this year, we have 44 boutiques. It means we closed 6 boutiques. And by the end of next year, our plan, their plan is just keep 36 boutiques. And the number they will target is they will close 30% of what they have now in China. So it's a huge reduce, and compared to what you said, the online shopping, it's very strong. Yeah, I have to say, even my mom, she buy every single stuff online now because the delivery in China is very easy. She buy not only for herself, for her dog, for my grandmother, for my father. So it's quite different than here. But
I'll start off by addressing some of the statistics that we're aware of, whether it's Madison Avenue or Fifth Avenue. International tourism on those high streets is off between 15 and 20%. And dollar spending is pretty much commensurate with that. Across Central Park at Time Warner Center, a project that we developed 12 years ago, we've seen our sales off 3 to 4%. And I think the story that's embedded in that is one of the traits that are embedded in all of our mixed-use projects are establishing a sense of community and more than just retail shops, creating an environment, taking luxury beyond just the goods and creating an element of services and experiences, whether it's art installations or food and beverage features from chefs known around the world that create something you just can't get online. But it's not, luxury, in our opinion, isn't just about an exclusive price point. Luxury is about a special experience. Luxury is about a very democratic offering delivered in a service environment and in a service way that you're not going to find necessarily either in an exclusive neighborhood or on a high street. It's how do you get that garment home and hung in your closet? You're shopping, you're between meetings, you go and you buy a fabulous blouse, whether at Vuitton or at Zara. But you've got 5 other meetings to go to. You're a very busy person. Our service program will get that hung in your closet. It will be pressed and hung in your closet before you get home, or delivered to your office if you want to wear it that night. That's an element of luxury that you can't get online.